What's up, everybody? It's Make It Make Sense. And yo, Tasha K interviewed those two brothers who allegedly were in cahoots with Jussie to set up that whole alleged, bashing situation. I know I'm gonna butcher his name, so we might go from Jussie to the gay Tupac, whatever y'all want to call him. We about to talk about it because they made some very serious accusations about Jussie and Lee Daniels, and it was a doozy. So, like the video as the intro plays, we have a lot to get into.
Make it make sense.
Make it make sense. I want to make it make
Make it make sense. That's all. 1 and 1 got to equal 2.
Make it make sense, boo.
Big Mims. Surfer. Make it make sense. Tell me how you squeeze it. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things that you see. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things of your dreams. Hey, let me work out all the things in between. Make it make sense. Tell me how you squeeze it. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things that you see. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things of your dreams. Hey, let me work out all the things in between. Make it make sense.
Trying to run, she can't run. Now who can't run? Now who can't run? Who can't run? Yeah.
Okay, y'all. So this is on the Tasha K app. So I'm not going to let you hear it, but I wrote everything down verbatim because I'm going to try my best to reserve judgment and let you guys just kind of hear both sides of the story and see how, you feel about it in the wash. Definitely, I'm going to want you guys to comment on this one. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. We do these kind of deep dives all the time. I kind of want to start with what they had to say to Tasha K. But they also did an interview with Vlad TV. So I want you guys to hear a little bit of that first.
His lawyers try to paint a very interesting picture of this whole thing. Basically, what they said was that Abel had a sexual relationship with Jussie and was mad, and this is why Abel created this whole thing.
Now, I don't know that I...
When you heard about... Okay, so number one, did you ever have a gay relationship with Jussie?
I never had no sexual relationship with Jussie Smollett. Jussie Smollett. Never. No. Never. Not a kiss, not a holding hands. I hold hands with my brother, but not Jussie Smollett.
Now, right off the bat, I'll tell you that the brother does not seem amused at all. We're going to get into it. So the brother, he is the gentleman on the left side of your screen. His name is Ola. Abel is his brother, the one whose eyes are closed. Now, Ola says he was an extra on Empire, and that's where he met Lee Daniels. Lee Daniels took a photo with him. After the photo was taken, later on, we're assuming that night, Lee Daniels DM'd him and asked if he could personally train him. Now, although this man is big, he works as a bouncer, an extra on film. He does meal prep. I don't believe he specifically is a trainer. So is it a little weird that you just see a big man and on your set and ask him to train you, come work for me? It's a little weird, but okay. Stranger things, do happen. He says that he never replied to Lee Daniels, to which Tasha K says, "You didn't reply to Lee Daniels?" And he responded, "I wasn't in the mood to get groomed." Tasha K says, "So you knew they wanted to groom you?" And he responded, "Come on. Of course. That's why I never replied." Abel then says, but it could have been an opportunity for you. And that's very interesting. I know Abel was joking. Abel is the brother. However, when we get into the stuff with Abel and the gay Tupac, everything was, oh, I did it because it was an opportunity. I did it because it was an opportunity. Even the whole setup of I'm going to bash you and, you know, we're going to marry activism with acting. And, you know, I want you to be a part of this. And they just always thought it was an opportunity. So it is kind of strange that he would say something to the effect of, I wasn't willing to go that route. I didn't want that kind of opportunity. It's a little strange, but okay. We then get into Abel. Now, oh, I'm sorry. Ola also said, I'm not about that type of opportunity. But in Lee Daniels' defense, he did not show that DM to Tasha K. He just said he's tired of exposing people. But you're doing another interview. You're interviewing with Vlad. You're interviewing with Fox. You're interviewing with all these people. You were willing to go on, I think, the Nigerian version of Big Brother. You're on OF. Okay. Anyway, Abel. So Abel says that he was on one of his mini car rides going to dinner with Jussie, who is just his friend. He said he met Jussie through a mutual friend back in 2016, 2017. And, you know, they just hit it off, but there was nothing there. He's a very straight man. As I'm listening to the interview, all I keep hearing in my head is
gay no more. I am delivered. I don't like men no more. I said I like women. Women. I said women. I'm not gay. I would not date a man.
I will not go to the bathhouse 3 times. Okay, anyway, so let's continue. He said that he was just like in an Uber with Jussie. They were going to dinner. He also admits that Jussie paid for everything all the time. They were going to dinner and Lee Daniels FaceTimes them. And so, you know, Jussie introduces Lee to him and just through FaceTime. And Lee Daniels says to Jussie, is he ready? And Jussie responded, no, he's just a good friend. He's not like that. Abel said, I didn't know what that was code for. Abel says, I picked up on context clues. If you're in the car ride and Lee Daniels asks, you know, are you ready? Do you not ask your friend, what was he talking about? Ready for what? Because Jussie had also gotten him a position to be like a stand-in for his lover on the show. So it is a little weird. You're somebody who's always looking for opportunity, but somebody says something like that and automatically you're like not interested in hearing exactly what it was. It's a little strange. They also went on to say that, you know, there's hypocrisy in if you are a straight person and you don't hang around gay people, you get labeled homophobic. But if you are a straight person and you do hang around gay people, you're now labeled as gay. And I do think that to some degree that's fair. But in this instance, it's important to say that Abel says that he is in no way gay, only interested in women. But just, I'll let you decide. I'll let you decide. Tasha K then says, well, since y'all like white girls, I brought y'all some white wine. Because now she's realizing that they are spilling some tea. Tasha K is
That's some hot tea.
And now she knows she got them. They admit that they are on OF, and they say we now get into a conversation about allegations that Jussie made about Abel. Jussie said that Abel had been with him to bathhouses, If you don't know, this is Steamworks Bathhouse that they went to is known for gay men to congregate and do activities. I'm trying to stay, keep my monetization. Anyway, so they went there. Now, on the Tasha K interview, they only talked about one time, but he says that he never took off his boxers. He did not believe it, or he did not realize it, but now he feels like it was a form of grooming, that Jussie would even take him to this place. And he said that when he went, he was told that it was just a spa. Now, once you were there, you clearly saw, I'm sure, what was going on. He said people wearing towels, clothingless. He just chose to keep his boxers on, even when he was in hot tubs where other men were unclothed. He just says that Jussie was grooming him. And even Jussie paying for everything was a form of grooming. Now, if you were friends with this man, and I'm not saying I don't believe him, I'm as much as I can reserving judgment, but if you were friends with this man and he said, okay, let's go out, let's do this, let's do that, then why didn't you ever pay for anything? So you're saying you're being groomed, but at the same time, you're not willing to pay, but you are hanging out with him and reaping the benefits of being around the celebrity. But okay. He says one day, Jussie hit him up to say, come get this massages. Ladies massaging me, and I paid for 2 massages. And he said that he turned him down, which is something that he also showed the police when it all came out in court, that he had turned it down. But let's get into some of this interview that they did with Vlad, because some of these things seem in stark contrast to what they said to Tasha K.
No, I never did anything sexual with Jussie.
Okay. In court, though, they said that you went with Jussie to the Steamworks Bathhouse together.
Correct.
Is this true?
That is true.
Okay. Now, isn't this like a gay establishment, essentially?
Essentially, it is. My first time going there, I didn't know it was a gay bathhouse. But after, we went there about 2-3 times. And initially, the first time I didn't know, but I said we can go there. It was with our mutual friend, the friend that actually introduced me to Jussie. So so I can't say anything about the first time. Okay, the second, third time, why would I go to somewhere like that is because Jussie's, like I said, the reason why my brother and I even agreed to do the fake attack. He's someone that can help us in our career.
So, okay. So with the Tasha K, they only talked about one time, and they really steered the conversation in the direction of I was being groomed. Once you saw what was going on there the first time, then you knew what it was. I honestly think, in listening to the interview, that they were shunned by their tribe in Africa. Excuse me, by their tribe in Africa. And I think now that this is kind of like their penance. They're going around saying we're absolutely not gay, and well, specifically Abel, the one in the all black and the eyes closed. He's specifically saying he's not gay, but they are shunned by their tribe, and they consistently kept talking about how much, we love women, we love women, we love women. But I'm thinking that had to have been as a result of not wanting the persecution of being a gay African man.
So Jussie is, he was a friend, 1, and 2, he wanted to go somewhere. So I was going to accompany him to what he wanted to do, being a friend, and also knowing that he can help us out in our careers. So I went there with him. The gay bathhouse
running theme, I knew he could help me out with my career. So you go to a gay bathhouse with him 3 times. The first time you said, as you told Tasha K, you thought it was just a spa. But the second and third time, you knew it wasn't just a spa.
Bathhouse has a sauna, has a fitness gym, has a hot tub, and that's where we would go in.
He did ask about a co-ed one as well, but they said they don't know about no co-ed ones.
Yeah, they asked. I did ask, like, come on, man, how many times are we gonna go to this one? Can we go to the co-ed one? And then they said, because it's a pretty interesting.
Do you hear how his brother is trying to help him in this interview? I think that the brother has no desire to be with the man. You know, Abel may not have a desire to be with the man, but the story does not pass in the smell test.
Place when you think about it. So I'm thinking, damn, is there a co-ed one for that, you know, like this? And they said, oh, there's some Russian one, but oh, it's closed. It just happened to be closed. That's what they said. And I was like, okay, whatever. You know, I wasn't gonna argue.
And to be frank, if they had asked me to go, I would have went as well. Like me and my brother, we don't judge anybody. We don't judge you if you're gay.
There's one thing to be a straight man who has friends with a gay man. There's a whole nother situation to be a straight man saying, sure, I will go to a gay, let's get it on type place. No, that's like if you are let's say that you are a straight woman who's best friends with a man and woman who are married, but who are swingers. Are you going to go to the swingers clubs with them just to show that you're a good friend? It doesn't make sense. It's consistently not passing the smell test. But okay, let's continue.
Homo sapien, whatever you are.
Homo sapien.
We don't care. Like
Homo erectus.
I've been to gay clubs, gay bars. Like as long as you respect me, I'm gonna respect you.
Yeah, we're people at the end of the day. We're all the same. So
right. Well, you had to get on the stand, and his lawyer asked if gay pornography was played on the televisions inside the spa. You said, I don't recall. You said, do you remember masturbating with him? You said no.
Come on, man.
Who does that? Do gay people actually do that? They just sit around and masturbate with each other? Is that something that
I'm not gay? I don't know how this works, man. You have to ask Jussie. You know what I mean?
He said we masturbated together and then we made out. No, that never happened. Never. No, false. That's negative.
Okay, well, thank you for clearing that up. Well, then on December 9th, 2021, Jussie was found guilty.
So I don't know who to believe. We have them saying that they felt like these two men were trying to groom them. Jussie has said that not only was Abel his special friend, but Abel was also the person who was getting him the drugs. Abel has now come out and said that, no, he was not a drug dealer, but Jussie, being a celebrity, would reach out to him and tell him, I need this type of drug, and then he would get it for him and be the middleman. Does that not make you a drug dealer? Now, let's get into Lee Daniels. First off, I did not know Lee Daniels was walking around with this on his head. When I was looking for pictures of him, this is the Lee Daniels that I remember. He dropped a little bit of weight. I did not know that this was the Lee Daniels that was, look at Dame Dash's face. I guess this was around the time he was borrowing that $2 million from him. I want to get into some things that Lee Daniels has actually said about his life and himself that might shed some light on what the two brothers are saying, or, but I want you guys to do. Lee Daniels did a very, I would say, provocative interview where he gave a lot of information about his life. He said, and I didn't understand why I wasn't the one that was unalived, because there were far better souls than me that were going. I thought that I needed to go. And so I descended into drugs and into sexual bathhouses to die. That I don't have, HIV is a miracle from God. I don't understand it. I really don't. So to me, this says that he was partaking in high risk behaviors in bathhouses and thought that he would contract HIV from that. But he goes further on to say, he said that he was, he had tried dealing. He knows how to sell things. And this was also very interesting. It said, now this is back during Monsters Ball, where I believe he was like a producer on Monsters Ball. because it masks so much of the African-American man being treated like nothing. I brought that energy and I'm very embarrassed about it, about what I did. But I'm very happy about the performances that came from it and very excited about the win that came from it. Halle Berry's Oscar. It was historic. Oddly, you know, at the end of it, I was doing drugs. I was on the crack pipe. And Halle Berry won the Oscar and I was at the Chateau Marmont and she was like, "You coming?" She said, "Big Daddy, you coming to the Vanity Fair party?" I didn't think that I was worthy of being there. I had 2 hookers on the side of me with a crack pipe. I said, "I'll see you there, baby. I'll be there." And I had no intention of sewing. I didn't think that I was worthy of the show. So you have a man alleging that that Lee Daniels wanted to groom him. You also have Lee Daniels saying that he has in the past participated in very high risk behavior, including hookers and crack and high risk behavior at bathhouses. I don't know what to believe. I'm just bringing you the information, but I'm still very upset about this hair. I'm upset about it. I don't like it. I'm unhappy looking at it. It's like when you're young and maybe you had your first Just For Me kit, and now all of a sudden you on the playground, but you realize, oh man, I then sweated it out. And so now it's looking like this. That's what it was given. I don't know if I'm more upset about the grooming allegations or about the hair. I honestly don't know. Like literally. Y'all can put in the comments section, did you know that this is what he was going around Hollywood looking like, telling people, invest your money in me? I'm disappointed in this hair, Lee. I really am. But again, you guys can tell me what you believe about the gay Tupac. Do you think that, I know a lot of people do not believe Jussie's allegations about, you know, the 2 brothers and not being a part of it. Technically, I don't either. But it's important to say Jussie is maintaining his innocence. I don't know that Lee Daniels even knows at this point that this is the allegations against him. What I will say is that hair was very much giving me Jimmy Butler. It was definitely giving me Jimmy Butler, and I don't like it. I don't like it. The interview was very interesting. I mean, they go into detail about, you know, a lot of things. If you're, you know, curious about them and want to, you know, hear the whole interview, definitely it's on the Tasha K live app. So check that out. But let's move on to my girl, Raeshanda. Now, she's not my girl. I hope you guys know that. I gave you guys the story of Raeshanda and Raeshanda a couple days ago. It's a very crazy, crazy story about how this woman, who is one of my faves on Instagram, her pastor wife is a thief, stealing from the church, got them evicted, all kinds of stuff. So I told you guys I would keep you updated. Well, Raeshanda, the wife, the alleged thief, is just pretending like nothing in her life has changed. She's still doing her daily devotionals. So let me let you guys see. Now, she's allegedly been stolen from the church, but
For the entire law is fulfilled in keeping this one command: love your neighbor as you love yourself. Because God is love. The most important lesson that God wants us to learn on earth is how to love. Because God is love, God wants us to learn how to love. It is in loving that we are most like God. So love is the foundation of every command. Love others as you love yourself. God wants us to love everyone, but he is particularly concerned that we show love for his people. Paul says when we have an opportunity.
Do y'all think that she now wants us to show love because she's getting so much hate? She didn't turn the comments off. She's going right along like nothing's happened. She's not talked about anything. Meanwhile, Raeshanda has given us some updates, so let's get into it.
This is going to be my last video on any of this. We got to get back to our regular scheduled content because I still have a lot of living to do. This will not consume me, okay? but I want to say several things. Number one, for those that are like, this is messy. Why would she bring it to the internet? Whoop, 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 blah, blah, blah.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Here's the thing. I am very aware that this can be convoluted. Things can be stretched and changed no matter what I say. Okay. But it's the fact that I had to release it. Okay. I had to get it off of me. And whether you all believe me or not, it's irrelevant. Okay. This is happening to me. I'm living this. So it doesn't matter how you feel about it. Okay. Also, I would like to say this. It had to happen now. It had to be exposed now. Okay. Because where I'm going, she just couldn't go. And that's okay. Everything else that comes after this, I'm okay with it. I'm okay with burning a bridge while I'm standing on it to let somebody know that I'm not to be fucked with. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Now, that's how we met, Raeshanda. Y'all remember, she's one of my faves.
Okay, we're gonna follow this road all the way down. You're gonna take a sharp left, okay, up here past this tree here, okay? Once you get up here, you're gonna take another sharp turn. And over here, this is where you have me fucked up at. Right here in this place.
It's okay. So whether you all believe me or not, whether you feel like I should have known something or not is irrelevant. Guess what? Every morning I got to wake up. Number one, realize I'm going through this. Well, let me start over. Number one, realize that my mom is dying. Okay. My mom has moderate to severe Alzheimer. Okay. I have to deal with that every day. And now this. Okay. So I don't really have a lot of room and space for any of your thoughts and feelings about how you feel about me. I'm not going to beat myself up about what y'all feel like I should have known or saw. All I know is the apology came 2 days after I was notified that we were being evicted. 2 days it took you to say, I get it. I'm sorry. So you're not understanding how you triggered me, because I had already been through homelessness over 10 years ago, and I would never go back. You triggered me for jumping in my face like you want to jump bad on me. You triggered me. Now you get it? So you can't tell me that I wasn't married to a narcissist. I was. So I don't care how y'all feel about it. This is my last post about it. We're getting back to our regular scheduled content.
So that's what she has said, but then I saw this.
So this class is going to be quick. I just want to get on here because a lot of you all are not understanding when I said that I'm okay with burning a bridge while I'm standing on it. I said it because I'm fully aware that by exposing what I have been through, that I'm going to receive backlash. I'm going to get burned a little bit too. And that's okay. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with setting a bridge on fire because I can swim. I'm okay with setting a bridge on fire while I'm on it because I can handle that. I can take that. I have been online for a very long time. And I understand that the need for you all to defend me or explain to other people what I meant and what I said, it is totally unnecessary. As a matter of fact, I was fully prepared to be the villain. I was going to let you all think whatever you wanted to think. Oh, she lost weight and this is what happened. Had no idea. You have no idea. Okay. But I made the decision to do what I needed to do. Okay. And if I am collateral damage from it, so be it. It is so that it won't happen to another person ever again. It is for me to help somebody. Hey, pay attention. Okay. That's what I mean when I say I'm okay with setting a bridge on fire while I'm on it. I can handle it. And what's not really clicking for many of you is that as soon as I found out, I filed. The problem is a lot of y'all stay. Now, I played a fool, but as soon as I found out that I was a fool, my foolish ass got up out of there. Okay.
So, a lot of people have come against her, basically saying there were some signs that she should have known. At the end of the day, this is a whole lot. I choose to side with Raeshanda because the pastor has a history of scamming. So, I mean, if the pastor has a history of scamming and we don't know Raeshanda to be a scammer, then, you know, I'm going to go ahead and say that the pastor is potentially the problem. Does she have some culpability? I don't know. I'm sure more will come out eventually, but at this point, I'm agreeing with Raeshanda because Raeshanda's wife is...
He's a con artist.
So I'm very curious to know what you guys think, especially about the brothers, because what I got from the interview was that the brother was trying to distance himself from anything involving gay rumors, but it seemed like he was very, very, very comfortable in those environments and very, very comfortable with the relationship with Jussie, to the point where you were going to stage a crime with him. Now, some might think, you know, they were just very interested in making money. They're very thirsty for money.
Use some money, spend some money, smell some money, see some money, goddamn money. But anyways.
But I really do think that it had more to do with their standing in their tribe back in Africa. And, you know, nobody wants to be shunned, but it was giving...
Oh, no, but God gave me the victory. I'm not gay now, but, you know, I was gay all my life. I believe I was one of the first gay people to come out. But God let me know that he made Adam be with Eve, not Steve.
That's what I was getting from it. I'm interested to know what you guys think. Do you believe that there was some grooming attempts by Jussie and Lee Daniels? And what do you guys think about Raeshanda? I know a lot of you love her, but a lot don't, which is surprising because, you know, she has like 2 million people on TikTok who love her. But as the story comes out, some people are saying she's at fault too. So put in the comment section what you think. If you are new to the channel, definitely subscribe. We are very, very close to 70,000 subscribers. I think we're only like 1,500 people away. That's amazing. Over here, we do a lot. Like the video, and I'm gonna see you guys for the next one. I think I have this book, Jimmy Townsend's Snakes on a Plane. I've been telling you guys I'm gonna do it. I think we might start off with one of the Jussie chapters. We might start off with the Marjorie Harvey chapter and then move on to chapter 1. Put in the comments what you prefer. If you want to start off with like one of the Marjorie chapters. But yeah, I interviewed Jim Townsend. His video will be linked. He spills a lot. I call him Steve Harvey's worst nightmare. And for the members of the channel, I think I've decided that when we hit 70, I'm going to go ahead and do that big party. So if you're a member of the channel, along with all the other prizes and stuff that I promised you guys, I also just got you guys a Versace keychain. So I told you I had it. It's just like a cool little keychain. For one of the members will win this. I really appreciate you guys choosing to spend your time with me. And so that's why I've been like buying you guys a few things just to show my gratitude. And thank you so much. We do a lot over here. On my next live, I'll give you guys the full total of what we collected for Tierra, the young lady who was unalived. We collected money for her children. So I'll make sure to give you guys the final tally with that as well. Thank you so much, and I will see you guys later. Have a good one.